So I'm sure most people recognise this man behind me, Field Marshal Montgomery. But why did he wear two cap badges, and the fact he was never actually in the Royal Tank Regiment? So when he first got to the desert, he made a point of going around and meeting all the troops, and when he met the Australian troops, they donated him this bush hat. And as he was going around visiting the troops, they all give him a badge of their unit, and he would put it on his hat. Although he liked the bush hat because it kept the sun out of his face, it wasn't practical on the tank. As you can imagine, when he's cutting around on the tank, the wind kept blowing the hat off his head. So this was when his tank driver, Jim Fraser, donated him one of the RTR berets, as they were the only unit at the time in the British Army who wore a beret. The reason for this was the beret was seen for much more practical inside the tank, and the reason it was black is so the tank crew had oily hands, etc. It wouldn't make the beret dirty. So the reason for the two cap badges was obviously he was donated the beret, so that was, you know, honouring the fact that he was donated it. And then the other badge represents a General Staff Officer. So once you get a certain role within the British Army, you then go on to be a Staff Officer or General Staff Officer. And then you'll wear your original coloured beret, but you'll wear the generic badge. But since he could cut his own detail, because the only people he had to answer to was either the King or Winston Churchill, he was alright, did what he wants. Also, apparently when Churchill was questioned about Monty wearing all these badges on his bush hat, Churchill replied, "If more badges make my generals win battles, I'll give them more badges." But later on in 1945, he was given the honorary role of Colonel Commandant of the Royal Tank Regiment.